Welcome to the course of Compiler Design. In the previous session, we discussed evaluation of some syntax directed translation. Also, we see some of the applications of syntax directed translation. In today's session, we are going to discuss the type of attributes in syntax directed translation. To carry out some semantic analysis, we will augment some rules to the grammar. After augmentation of the semantic rules, the grammar will become syntax directed translation. An attribute is an information associated with a grammar symbol. The grammar symbol means we are associating some values with some non-terminals in the grammar. That is called attributes. The value of the attributes are evaluated based on the order in which the particular parsing is happened. Every non-terminal can get one or more attributes or sometimes zero attributes depending on the type of the attributes. Consider the grammar, that is E produces E plus T. In this grammar, we are associating some argument semantic rules with this programmer. That is E produce E dot value equal to E dot value plus E T dot value. You see it in the previous session also. Here the value is the attribute associated with the non-terminals E, T, F, all things. So here only one attribute is there, that is the value. Okay. After augmentation of the this value, that is attribute, the grammar will become the attributed grammar. The attributed grammar is a special form of context-free grammar where some additional information, that is additional information is attributes, is appended to one or more of its non-terminal in order to provide context-sensitive information. We are associating some attribute to the context-free grammar to provide context-sensitive information. So it becomes context-sensitive grammar. Okay. That is the case. This is another example for attributed grammar. Here the count is the attribute value. Based on the way the attribute get their values, the attribute can be broadly classified into two groups, that is synthesis attribute and inherited attributes. Based on the value evaluation of their attributes, the attribute can be classified into or grouped into two groups. That is, first one is synthesis attribute, then second one is inherited attribute. Before going to the attributes in detail, we can discuss the parent-child sibling relation in a parse tree. Consider the grammar S produces A, B, C. Here S, A, B, C all are non-terminals. The corresponding parse tree for the production is, you can see the parse tree here. That is from S there is edge to A, then from S from edge from to B, then from S there is edge to C also. So we can say that S is the parent of nodes A, B and C, or we can say that A, B, C are the children of S otherwise. At the same time, we can say that B and C are siblings of A. Siblings means children of same parents are called siblings. So A, B, C are the children of S. So we can say that B and C are the siblings of A, and A and C are the siblings of B. And we can also say that A and B are the siblings of C. That is the relation between the parent, child and siblings. It is used in the type of attributes. First of all, what is synthesis attribute? If an attribute of a non-terminal that depends on value of attributes of children in the parse tree, then the attribute is called synthesis attribute. Consider the grammar, that is S produces A, B, C. We already see the corresponding parse tree also. Here X is the attribute associated with the non-terminals S, A, B and C. X is the attribute. So based on the evaluation of the attribute, we are classifying the grammar either a synthesis attribute or inherited attribute. In the case of synthesis attribute, the value of a node is value of a node means the value of the attribute is calculated from or evaluated from its child nodes. And here the value of S is calculated as a function of the attribute value of its children, that is attribute value of children means attribute value of A or B or C. Then we can say that the particular X value, X attribute of node non-terminal S is synthesis attribute. Here you can see the direction also in the parse tree. The value of S is calculated either from A or B or C. Or we can say that the synthesis attribute is an attribute of non-terminal on the left hand side of the production. That is, in all the cases, the evaluation of if a particular grammar is or a particular production is a synthesis attribute, then it evaluates the left side of the production. That is yes, here S, that is the case. In synthesis attribute represent information that is being passed up to the parse tree. That is the value of the A, B, C are passed to the upside of the parse tree. That is passed to S. And the synthesis attribute can take values only from its child node, or we can say that it is value from the right hand side of the production. That is, it is calculate the in the attribute value of the left hand side production, and it only take the values from the right hand side, that is from children. That is we can conclude the synthesis attribute can take value only from its child node, that is right hand side of the production. Here you can see some example of synthesis attribute. Here T, F, T1 and F are the non-terminals. The value, first production, the value of T is evaluated by using the values of F. So it is a synthesis attribute. And the second case, the value of T is calculated from the T1, that is the child of T. That is also a synthesis attribute. And T produces epsilon. Here the value of T is assigned to value of T. So it is also considered as the synthesis attribute. Then the value of F is calculated from the num value, that is its children. So it is also comes in synthesis attribute. Next category of attribute is, that is inherited attribute. If attribute of a non-terminal that depends on values of attributes of its parent or sibling in the parse tree, then we can say that it is a inherited attribute. Here S is the parent node, and A and B and C are the child node of S. Then B and C are the siblings of A. If the value of A, that is the attribute value of X is calculated as a function of its parent, that is S, or its siblings, that is B or C, then we can say that the attribute value of node A is a inherited attribute. That is, the value of A is calculated from its parent or its siblings, then we can say that it is a inherited attribute. In the similar manner, the value of B of X, that is value of B node is a function of its parent S or its siblings A and C, then we can say that it is a inherited attribute. In the same way, it can be we can evaluate the value of C as a function of S, A or B, that is from of its parent or its siblings. It can be, the value of A can be also from S alone, or its sibling, any one of the sibling alone. That is, A of X can be F of S dot X, or A of X can be B dot X, or the combination of all three things. Okay, that is about the inherited attribute. So we can say that inherited attribute take values either from its parent or siblings, or we can say that it take values from left hand side of the production or right hand side of the production. That is about the inherited attribute. So in contrast to synthesis attribute, here the inherited attribute can take values from left hand side of the production or right hand side of the production. That means it from its parent or its sibling also. There is a difference between the synthesis attribute and inherited attribute. In the next section, we can discuss the L attributed definition and S attribute definition in details. Thank you.